Welcome to Fun is Fundamental. Fun is Fundamental is a podcast for those who realize that the enjoyment of life is about having something deep in our souls which lights our fire. It's for those who maybe have lost that fire and feel like they are missing out on the pleasures of life. In each episode, I will share recent fun activities and focus on why having fun is essential for good health. I'm your host, Alenia, and I invite you to take this journey with me and join the pleasure-seeking movement. Hello, welcome to Fun is Fundamental. And today, I think I just kind of want to start documenting my travels more, my adventures. So this is the first travel diary, I guess. I want to be able to remember what I am doing. I explore, but I also don't always reflect enough, like after a trip, to really remember what happened a lot of times. So, it's just kind of nice to have a little document of being like, oh, this is what we did. This is what happened, and what I liked and didn't like. So we went to Miami and the Florida Keys. It was just a 5-day trip. Probably doing both Miami and the Florida Keys was too much for a 5-day trip. We probably should have just done one or the other. First impressions of Miami, we flew into Fort Lauderdale, actually, because we've got really good price tickets, and it's close, sort of thing. So first impression, it's hot in May. Like, it's really not even that hot. But 80 degrees in Miami is definitely hotter than 80 degrees in Seattle. Like, it feels hotter because it's more humid. So I just was like sweaty the whole time we were there. I loved how warm the evenings were, though. So, like, I understand why the nightlife is so major in Miami, because it's hot and humid during the day. So it's like, of course, in places like that, you want to be doing more after dark. So yeah, I get it. And it was just like so nice to like it being after dark and you just don't need a coat at all. Yeah, I don't think I needed a jacket once. Like, I had a raincoat because there was potential for rain, but wasn't really a big issue. There was a thunderstorm at one point, but I'll talk about that later when I talk about the Keys. Anyway, so we flew into Fort Lauderdale and we went over to Hollywood Beach, the boardwalk, the beach, and like that first glimpse of the beach, I like felt so excited. I was like, oh, it's so pretty. Like, it's lovely. Like, I don't know, like any place that has like really nice sandy beaches and like palm trees, it feels like seems like so magical because like I'm from a very different area. We don't have palm trees here, and our beaches are mostly quite rocky. So, obviously there's so much beauty in the Pacific Northwest, but it's very different. Um, yeah, it feels so like exotic to go places that are tropical, and I love it. So, and I like feeling warm generally, although there were definitely times where it's just like uncomfortable how humid it was at certain points. So, yeah. We were warned about how sunny, how like strong the sun is and stuff like that. But it's funny, like I was even wearing that strong of sunscreen and I didn't like I got tan a little bit. Like, it was not really that bad. But it's funny because then I came back and we went out to the mountains like the week after we got back or something. I'm recording this a little late because I got sick, but we went out to the mountains and then like we got sunburn and I was like, and I put sunscreen on also, but it was just like funny because I like spent 5 days in Miami and the Florida Keys and didn't get like barely like tanned even like in a way. And then like just spent like a few hours up in the mountains and I was burned and I was just like, what is going on? Anyway, that's neither here nor there. But like we were very well prepared for the sun and yeah, didn't even get very tan. Like I was disappointed that I didn't get more tan because I love being tan. I feel like I look better when I'm tan because I'm, half Micronesian. Like I'm supposed to be a tan girl. Those are my people, you know. And even like my white side of the family were people that can tan. Like my mom tans really well. Like, you know, she doesn't tan anymore, but when she was younger, she used to like to go get a tan, and looked good with a tan. Anyway, I can't believe I've already talked for like 6 minutes and haven't said anything. Okay, so we went to my Hollywood Beach. We had a meal. I had like a burger with plantain on it and a fried egg and a mojito. And the burger was good. It was messy. It's hard to keep plantain on a burger. It just wanted to slide out, but it tasted good. Like I like plantain, so and then a mojito. The mojito was really disappointing, especially because like I feel like Miami is so known for mojitos and everything. So like it was just like, really, this is my first mojito in Miami. It's like, it wasn't very good. So that was a little disappointing. I won't tell you where it is. I mean, generally, I enjoyed the meal, but I don't need to like badmouth any businesses on here. So, and then the next day we had a really late start because we were trying to find like, for one thing, we were trying to find a sun pass. We did like, and then like well, first we like walked down the street and got some coffee, and one of the people we went with like was sleeping still, and so we just kind of hanging around the neighborhood. Like, yeah, got some coffee, got an empanada for breakfast, and then it took us a while to like go and do anything because we were trying to find a sun pass because there's so many toll roads. And so like getting the sun pass and then trying to set it up because apparently like, so if you go, here's a tip. If you're having trouble connecting a rental car to the sun pass because someone else has used the rental car's license plate on their sun pass, then you can put another car as the primary car, and then you can still have that the rental car on it. So this is a tip to like save you the headache that we had of trying to set this thing up. Like just trying to get a sun pass, like probably like with everything, like because we went to multiple places. People are like, we don't have any sun passes, blah, 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 all these things. And they didn't have like any of like the mini ones in the place like the CVS that we went to. So we just had to get like one of the more expensive ones. Anyway, the girl that helped us was so helpful. She was great, but pain in the ass to try to get a sun pass. Anyway, we then had to like call also. So anyway, it took forever, like an hour and a half of our time at the beginning of your vacation to just like get this like all figured out and set up. It was just like, oh, such a headache, such a pain in the ass. So like our first day, like the first part of the day was really such a waste. And then we finally got that figured out. And then we went to Walmart because we were like, we need to get a bunch of water because it's hot and we want to make sure that we stay hydrated, blah, blah, blah. And then we got some ramen, which was good. It was good. I liked that meal. And we finally get out to the Everglades. And we took a airboat ride with the Coopertown just because it's like we could just drop in like easy. They have them often. But it really wasn't as often as they say. They're like, oh, they're every 20 minutes. We were probably there for an hour waiting, which was cool for a little while. You know, they have alligators, they have turtles, they have a big boa, what is it? Burmese python, which they have it there because like educational, because they have become a really bad invasive species. Like they are decimating all the natural ecosystem and the animals. They have become the apex predator over alligators. So anyway, they have one there just to be like, hey, this, just so you know, this and that. And they had like this like really like this year-old alligator that you could touch it. It was like softer than you expect. Its tummy. Anyway, cute, very cute. Just, you know, obviously don't touch its mouth, you know, kind of thing. But yeah, then we went on the airboat and we didn't see any alligators, which I'm not surprised. We got there so late. Like I think our airboat was like 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And so like, yeah, it's fucking hot. Of course there's no alligators out. They're trying to stay cool. And it's late. So, you know, it was still kind of cool. It was cool to be on the airboat. I like those kind of things anyway, those kind of tours. But yeah, no alligators. So we're driving down the road to like go to like Evergreen, the Everglades City and like other places along 41. And we had to stop because there was a forest fire and so the road was closed. We didn't know this. We did not know this. But then we finally did see some alligators, like big. There were like 6 alligators just like in a ditch on the side of the road next to this visitor center that we had to stop and pull over at, you know, because the road was closed. Yeah, they were having forest fire, so we watched the helicopters over the fence. Helicopters, like, you know, they have their little bucket thing and they scoop up the water from the river and then fly over to where the fire is and dump it, and they just keep making this cycle of doing that. Which, I mean, it's kind of exciting to see, but also like sad. And, you know, it's so like moist in the Everglades, so you don't expect that there's going to be a forest fire. It's just like shocked. So we had to turn around. It was getting late anyway. So it was for the best, but it was just like, oh, great. So, you know, I just drove down Highway 41. It turns into Calle Ocho. And so we got some azúcar, and oh my God, it was so good. I got the, I don't remember which one it is. It's like Abuelita or Tia, maybe it's Tia. I think it's Aunt Tia Maria or something like. I don't know. I don't know. It's like it's got like cookies and guava and sour cream cheese. I think that's what's the combination. Oh my god, it was so good. Oh my god, the guava. The guava is so good. I just, oh, I would eat that again in an instant of so, yeah, guava ice cream. Oh, it's like heavenly. So, yeah, I highly, highly recommend that ice cream place, especially if you want like something that's slightly unusual. Because I was just like in heaven with what I had. And then we went to a Cuban restaurant across the street, and it was hit and miss. Had a mojito, fried fish. Fried fish like had like no flavor. I was very disappointed. Um, Rice and beans were really good though. Oh my God. I was like, oh, these rice and beans are so good. And then I had some more plantains, which, can't mess that up too much, but oh, it was really the rice and beans that was just like, oh, how is this simple thing, this simple cheap food, the thing that I'm like, oh, this is so good, and my fish is like, meh, yeah. Another mojito, better mojito there. Yeah, I don't know. It was just like hit and miss. It wasn't as good as I anticipated or wanted. Especially because like the buildup of how like much people talk about the food in Miami being so amazing and just like basically you'll just like trip over an amazing restaurant, like it's like so built up as being so good. And then like I ended up being like disappointed like quite a few times. I mean, we after we were kind of like wondering why so many things didn't have much flavor, our roommate, one of the people we went with, was did some research and found that like Florida had like passed a law that said that they had to like state how much salt was in all their items, probably because of retirees, trying to lower their salt intake. But it then made it so that a lot of places were under seasoning their food. And something like fried fish, like if I could like just pile salt on top of it once it's like cooled down enough, where I can eat it, like it's not gonna stick. Like a battered fried thing, it's not gonna stick on it anymore. And so like the chef needs to be like salting things like French fries. We had so many French fries that were had no salt, and you're just like, there's no way that I can make up for how much salt is missing in this putting salt on. Like, it's just impossible. And so then you're just like using a ton of ketchup. So like defeat it, like it's like what, like ketchup has a ton of salt. Like you think, how are people like making up for the fact that their food has no flavor? They're dipping it in ketchup, which also has sugar. I was much better off with you just seasoning my fries, Anyway, complain. I think it's just because I expected so much more. It had been really like built up by the internet. So, yeah, so that's pretty much that day. Following day, we went to the beach. And then we had La Sandwicherie, which was good. And we had like Casey and I shared like two. Like first we just shared like one smoothie, and then we were like, that wasn't enough. Let's get another smoothie. Like the smoothies were really good. Yeah, and I liked my sandwich. I got like a French sandwich, French salami. Yeah, so brie and salami. It's like, how could you go wrong? It's delicious, right? So we had that, and then we went to Vizcaya, And I mean, the house is really cool, but it's really the gardens that like is like, oh my God, these gardens. They're, you got like fountains and it's just, yeah, really beautiful and cool. And like the barge, like out front where like, boats could like come, between and stuff like that. Like very, very lovely, very cool. So like that. And then we got some Venezuelan food. We got arepas and toqueños, and I got a passion fruit juice. It was a little too sour, which is too bad because I mean passion fruit really can be really good. Although, yeah, we got some like fresh passion fruit when we were there. Too sour. It was too sour too. So I was just like, oh man, this is just the theme. Passion fruit's just not in season right now, kind of thing, maybe. So too bad. And then a little bit later on, we went and had some seafood at Garcia's, and that was quite good. We had another mojito, and that was the best one. We had the Hemingway mojito. It was tasty. And we had lobster tail because my husband had never had lobster tail before. And we had some of the snow crab claws and oysters. Oysters were disappointing, but the snow crab and the lobster tail were good. Yeah, so both those meals were good. Once again, like still a little bit like it's like this thing wasn't good, but then this thing's really good, like with both the places kind of thing. So then we went out later, a little bit later, and went to go to, I guess I should tell you, it's Miami Beach that we stayed in. My South Beach. It wasn't actually Miami. It was Miami Beach. South Beach to be exact. To be exact, that's where we stayed. Espanola Way, I guess is what it's called. And we had humongous margaritas. But yeah, it was just nice to like be out at night, because it's like it's not even like cool. It's just cooler. I like changed out of my sweaty clothes and yeah, felt more alive and human again after like it's just a little bit cooler. But still you can like walk around without a jacket on. It's so nice. Yeah, so I like that. So that was about the end of our time in Miami. Some other like impressions of it. I love the architecture of Miami. There's so many really amazing, cool buildings. And yeah, so like visually, like Miami is like a really cool city. And people watching is kind of fun because people are definitely, a lot of people are like dressed up and, you know, trying to be sexy and cool. I definitely do not feel like I fit in at all. But it's a cool city. Just can be really hot, and I was disappointed by some of the food. Generally I would try going again. I would probably go with like some different people, maybe like do like a girls trip or something like that. So then the next day was when we checked out of our Airbnb, and we were gonna go to the Everglades, the other part of the Everglades, the actual Everglades Park, where they don't have the airboats. And on the way, we went to Robert is Here, the fruit stand, and there's animals and like just a lot going on at Robert is Here. There was music being played, and yeah, A cool little spot. All the little animals hanging out. So we got some different fruit I really liked. Satsop? Yeah, satsop. That was good. Oh, and we got some really good mangoes. Oh my god, they were so good. Oh, good mangoes. Oh, I mean, there's really few things as amazing as a perfect mango. It's just like heaven. I remember like when I was young, I didn't like grow up eating mangoes or anything, like just didn't eat mangoes. And then I remember like eating one and my brother, like with my brother or something, and him talking about how mangoes are the nectar of the gods and like things like that. And I was just like, why are you being so dramatic kind of thing? And then I'm like, oh my god, they really are. Oh, mangoes. Oh, so good. And yeah, satsop, weird. It's a weird fruit. It's like so slimy and stuff, but it was really good. I like it. And then we had some barbecue. That was good. The barbecue was good. This is like in no man's land, kind of homestead in Homestead. And so then we went into the Everglades, and we had what did we do? We stopped at like a couple of little spots and took a couple little walks, just short ones because it was hot. It was hot. So it was just like ones to like kind of see if we could see some alligators. We did. We saw like some weird fish and yeah, different like birds and things like that. And then we kept going and at some point they were like, why are we keep going? Why are we going to the end of this road to Flamingo? And I was like, I think there's a reason. Like, I think I had like read like why, to go to Flamingo, but I couldn't remember why, so I couldn't really sell it on them. But we went anyway, and we saw manatees, and I was just like, see, aren't you glad that we came? Mind you, I did not remember that there were manatees there, but it was just like kind of like, yeah, we should go to the end, of course. Yeah, I touched a manatee. They're rough and they have like things growing on them. But they're so cute. And they're funny. Like they're playful. Like this one guy was just like splashing them and the manatee was just like having fun and like playing. I'm just like, "Oh my god, I love manatees so much." Oh, they're so lovely. Oh, like I want to cry like how beautiful manatees are. They're just absolutely delightful. So yeah, we saw manatees. Oh, and there's a vulture problem in the Everglades where like they will attack your car and stuff like that. But they were not attacking car or they did not attack our car. They weren't attacking cars at that moment. But we watched them like fighting over this dead fish. They're very like you see like the cartoon like of like the of vultures and they're like how they're kind of hunched over and things like that and like they're funny, they like walk kind of sideways and they're just funny like birds, they move so weird and it's true. Like the idea of what they are like on in a cartoon is not that far fetched from what they actually are like. I mean, these ones didn't have red heads; they had black heads, but still, they're weird. Manatees and vultures. If you are interested in those things, you can go to Flamingo in the Everglades. Okay, this episode's way longer than I anticipated. I'm sorry. So then we went to our hotel in Key Largo. Key Largo, Montego, baby. Yes, that's what was in my head when I say Key Largo. So we went to Key Largo, got checked in, and then we went out to dinner. We wanted conch. We did not get conch. We had alligator bites though, because I wanted to have alligator, and then like the timing never was right, and then like the thing alligator restaurant closed and things like that. So I was just like, gotta have alligator while I'm in South Florida. So we had alligator bites for our appetizer. And then I had like stuffed mahi. My husband had conch. Yeah. But I think generally we enjoyed our dinner. Had some vegetables. Because, you never have enough vegetables when you're on vacation. So I made sure to have vegetables. Yeah. So that was nice dinner. And then we drove to Key West the following morning. And I like Key West. We like started the walk to go to Pigeon Key. I believe that's what it's called. It was hot. And I was just like, it was hard. I was like, oh, I don't know if I can make it. So we turned around. We didn't go the whole way because it's like a 2-mile walk on like black pavement. But we saw a turtle on that walk, so it was worth it to walk it. Turtles are one of my favorite animals. So it was so nice to see it, even though we were like as close as like snorkeling or something like that. It's just like from above. And then so that we kept going to Key West, and then we ate at Pepe's in Key West, and oh, that was one of my favorite meals. I got some fish tacos. They were delicious with like a fruit salsa on them. Yeah, that's so up my alley. So, yeah, I was very pleased with that meal. And then we went to Hemingway's house, and oh my God, it was so hot. Oh my God, it was just brutally hot walking around Key West. Because we like parked our car in like a place where it wasn't that expensive, and so then we were like walking and walking and walking. So yeah, we went to Hemingway's house, and that was fun. I liked the stories that our guide told us. I think I wouldn't have gotten so much out of it if we hadn't done the tour. So I really recommend the tour with the funny stories. Because what an eccentric guy, And then we went to the southernmost point, of Key West, like the point where you are closer to Cuba than you are to Miami. So that's cool. And then we were like, okay, let's go to the beach. We went to one like little beach, and it was like so tiny. It was just like, oh, this is like, so we went and ate some tacos. No, we didn't have tacos. We shared a quesadilla, and we shared some nachos. That was good. That was good. And then we went to the park to go to the beach. And it's like not very nice sand. Like, I guess, the Keys, it's harder to find really nice beaches, I think.